This is Evangelia Papadopoulos with Keller Williams Real Estate, and this is another episode of Getting to Know Your Community, Lehigh Valley. We have together with us Carol Ritter, who happens to be the board chair for the Food Co-op of Bethlehem. And welcome, Carol.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you coming in. And please tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself, wow. Well, I have a business. I started with my business partner in 1994 called Carol Talks, and we teach small businesses how to grow through many different avenues, through fundraising, through social media, through expanding their community relationships and things of that nature. So that's who we are, and we just love working in the community and helping other people get to reach their goals, so to speak.
How did you come to be associated with the Food Co-op?
They actually hired us.
Okay.
I don't think I ever told you that.
No, I don't think you did.
They hired us about 7 years ago to grow their membership.
Mm-hmm.
Their membership, I believe, was either at 125 or 175. And of course, this is a member organization.
Mm-hmm.
So as a member organization, you need a certain amount of members to open the store.
Mm-hmm.
So when you become a member of the co-op, it's your household is the member. So in my household, my husband and I are both members. You make an investment in the co-op,
mm-hmm.
and then you are an owner forever. As long as the co-op is open, you own the co-op. So I own the Bethlehem Food Co-op along with 1,295 other people.
Wow, that's
our household
that's
from
amazing.
the community.
So
yeah.
From the first year that it was established to now, it has grown tremendously from
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yes. So when our contract ended, as our company's contract ended with the co-op, we fell in love with the mission. I mean, I've always been a foodie, so to speak. I've always cared about. When my children were little, I used to garden. I had an organic garden when it wasn't popular. I made all their baby food. I was a stay-at-home mom for a number of years, and I just always was into nutrition and healthy eating. And the co-op is not only about healthy eating, but it's also about shopping local, reinvesting in your community, bringing people together. We gather together a lot with like-minded people who are trying to do some good work in the community.
Okay. Can just anyone be a member?
Anybody can join the co-op. Yes, absolutely. We have a number of programs. It's $300 investment, lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a number of people say to me, do I have to pay that every year? And you really don't.
Okay.
But you can pay it in payments at $10 a month or $25 a month until it's paid off. But if you make that initial investment of $10 or $25, you're a full-fledged member, so you get the member benefits at that point.
That's awesome. That's really great. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it sounds wonderful. And exciting news that I know a little bit about is that we have a very new central location for
Yes.
the Food Co-op.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what we wanted to do is we wanted to be located in a food desert. We wanted to be located in a place where people can walk to the co-op. It's a full-service grocery store. They can walk to the co-op, they can ride a bus to the co-op, and we're especially interested in the neighbors that surround the co-op.
Mm-hmm.
And that is at 250 East Broad Street in Bethlehem. And if anybody wants to visit us right now, you'll see a lot of construction going on.
It's coming up though. So Carol, tell us, is there any other available parking for the co-op?
Yes, there will be definitely parking for our customers, about 25 parking spaces in the lot right next door to the store. We're also going to have a little dog area. We had one of our members purchase the dog area. It's going to be named after her dog that has passed away, and we'll have water
bowls.
for the water bowls and
Yeah.
maybe little snacks for the dog. So that'll be in the parking lot.
That's really cute. Actually, I've seen it a few places, and I
Mhm.
thought it was adorable. And what happens to people that it's not convenient for them to come to the Food Co-op and do any shopping? Is there any delivery options?
I am so glad you asked that, because we're going to have 2 electric bikes that will come out into the community and deliver your food if you'd like. We're also going to have a refrigerated van, but for small orders, it'll be electric bikes. What do you think? Do you want to drive one of those around?
I would love to, yes. I would love to. I'm sure there's probably other people who are better at this than I am. What items can you buy at the food co-op?
Well, a lot of times people think that in a food co-op you're just going to have organic, and we're not going to do that because we want to make sure it's affordable to all.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have conventional produce as well as organic produce.
Mm-hmm.
We will be full service. So obviously we can't grow lemons in Pennsylvania. And so we will have to, find other ways to provide lemons for our community. But we'll have canned goods, we'll have toilet paper, we'll have paper towels, we'll have cleaning goods and so on. So it'll be full service, just like any grocery store on a smaller scale.
That's a very nice location for anybody who lives downtown. And
We're thrilled about it.
Yeah, that's really great. And I'm glad you mentioned that the food is affordable. So that was my next question.
I jumped the gun on you.
Yes, no, that's great. There is a community newsletter called The Sprout.
Yes. Well, actually, the board chair before me, Kelly Allen, when he was chair, a team of us sort of talked about how could we communicate better with our membership. It's important to keep the membership not only informed, but alive in what we're doing.
Right.
You know, it's important for them to understand why we're making the decisions. As elected officials, they've elected us to make decisions that are good not only for the co-op but for the community. So we like to keep them as much in the loop as we possibly can.
Right.
So the Sprout contains, we put it out every other week, and it includes our events that are coming up, our progress with the building, our membership and how the membership is growing. And I said this morning. I was on talking to somebody who was interested in the co-op, and I said, I think this winter is probably our busiest winter with folks joining the co-op. And I think there's a couple of reasons why. I think the Sprout is one of the reasons, because there's more people. And actually, you can sign up for the Sprout and not be a member. Mm-hmm. So we have a number of people who just are interested in what we do, and because you don't need to be a member to shop at the co-op. Okay. Anybody's going to be welcome. But the Sprout was one of the reasons. I think another reason is the building going up. It's visual. You know, when people invested in this 5 years ago, they invested in a dream. Mm-hmm. They didn't invest in something they could touch that was tangible, something that they could see. They invested in a dream and a trust that we could do this. We could do this together. So, and the city of Bethlehem, by the way, I have to mention our mayor. He has been overly supportive, more than supportive of this project. We are so grateful for that, as well as for Congresswoman Susan Wild, who has generously granted us a large sum of funding to do this, and Senator Boscola, and I could just go down the list of the generosity in this community that really care, not only about, again, the store, but they care about our mission and why we are doing what we're doing.
It's always good to give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
To recognize people who are important and are helping our community. And I'm a big believer, as Keller Williams is, for giving back to the community where we live. What is the best way for people to contact you if someone wanted to know more about the food co-op, or if they just wanted to? What is the best way? Well,
our website is www.bethlehemfood.coop, so you can go to our website. We're very active on social media. We have a page on LinkedIn, Bethlehem Food Co-op. We have our Facebook page, Bethlehem Food Co-op, and we also have another page called, I think it's Bethlehem Food Co-op Friends and Volunteers. So we have an active media presence in the community, and quite frankly, ever since the building is starting to take shape, we are getting more and more requests for information. How can I join? One of the things we do, by the way, is we give scholarships away for folks that can apply. Our membership has actually given us extra dollars so that we can help folks who can't afford to join the co-op. And then we vet the application, and I actually haven't seen anyone not be approved at this point. But we have a scholarship program, and actually I was told this morning that We have one coming for the next board meeting.
Oh, what a worthwhile
So then
endeavor.
they get a complimentary membership, and it's not complicated. We make it very easy because we want everyone to be able to have access to healthy food that's raised appropriately.
Absolutely. Is there anything else I'm not asking you that you would like to add?
Oh, sure.
Please do.
You're asking the right person.
I know I am.
Well, first of all, one of the things that we're going to have in the co-op is a community room, so people will be able to use that room. One of the other things we're going to have is a coffee and juice bar. We're on a bus route.
You're speaking my language.
And I don't know that there's a juice bar in downtown Bethlehem that I'm aware of with fresh, healthy juices. We've already put together a group of vendors who could come to us and say, I want to have my products in the store, especially produce and farmers. We will have an economic impact on this community.
Yes.
And I don't know if I know I didn't mention this, but above us, because we don't own the building,
Mm-hmm.
above us will be 42 apartments,
Okay.
or as I call them, 42 shoppers. And but the really cool thing about this is that Perone Development has agreed to give every single person who moves into that building a complimentary membership.
Oh, that is awesome.
So we'll have 42 new members once the apartments are done.
And you will sell those apartments or rent them?
Rent them,
before,
yes, right.
With the added bonus of the food co-op.
And we also work with our neighbors. Connell Funeral Home across the street has been very generous to allow us to park in their lot on a day. We had like a community event recently, or last summer actually, and it was 200 people came in an empty parking lot. It was just fantastic. We got food trucks. We had ice cream, Dinky's ice cream, I believe. We have a lot of community partners. I will never be able to mention all of them here, but the ones that pop in my head, I did have ice cream. And we just came and sat under a tent. We had a couple of vendors there that wanted to talk like we had a gentleman who collects Indian artifacts, and he's a member, and he wanted to share his knowledge with the folks. So it was a real great help that we were allowed to park in their parking lot on a Sunday when they didn't have a funeral. And we have one neighbor next door who calls us every time something's going on at the lot, and another neighbor who came up and gave us his leaf blower, offered the leaf blower so we could take pictures. So when we had Fig Magazine involved with us, so
that's very good.
Yeah.
And when's the expected opening date?
Well, right now we're hoping, and it all depends on how we can get product.
Sure.
But we're hoping for late fall.
Okay.
And right now, I will say that the work that's being done right now they're pretty much there every single day because we have such a mild winter. So every time I go over there, which is probably every other day, I see more progress.
Okay.
The walls have gone up. Now what happens then is once the construction of the building is complete, the developer will hand it over to us. So they call that a vanilla building. I don't know if anyone out there has ever heard of that. I haven't.
I have.
Oh, you have, right. You're a realtor. I should have known that. And so we get the vanilla building, and that's what we're working on right now. We are really feverishly putting together. We have project managers who are fantastic and understand project management better than I or any of our board members. And they're putting together, they're in the process of purchasing our equipment, doing the plans for the building. One of the really neat things is that we'll have a kitchen because we're going to have prepared food. So grab and go, you'll want to come for lunch. Grab and go, you're in and out, and we've made you a healthy meal. And but the way that the building is set up is you'll actually be able to look in at our kitchen. So people who walk by, they'll be able to see what's going on in the co-op. And
it sounds really exciting.
It
does. I think everyone should support this wonderful endeavor that's happening downtown Bethlehem, and it will be opening up really soon. Carol Ritter, thank you so much. You're a wonderful chairperson for this food co-op. And we appreciate you being here with us and being able to talk about it. And to everyone, please support it and become members of the food co-op. Thank you so much, everyone. This is Evangelia Papadopoulos with Keller Williams Real Estate.